Welcome back, No Contest Nation. I'm your host, Jordan from No Contest. We're about to get into our very first anime review today, which will be Platinum End, episode 13. You heard right, everyone. We're shifting a turn towards reviewing to see if this resonates with our audience out there. Speaking of audience, we noticed that the No Contest Nation is growing at a rapid rate, and I want to personally say thank you. Let's keep this growth going, ladies and gents, and let's spread the word that we're one of the best anime channels out there. Before we get into the video, you know I have to say my slogan. We did this research for you so you don't have to do it yourselves. Here at No Contest Nation, we try to make it easier for you to get all information on the anime universe. By the end of the video, you will know everything that is important to know about this episode review. Now that we're past that, let's get into the video.
No contest.
So at the beginning of the episode, Kakahashi proposes a showdown between Kakahashi's red arrow and Metro Polyman's white arrow. They both will ground themselves and take turns shooting their arrows at each other. And after each person shoots an arrow, they move maybe like 5 meters or so closer. So off rip, you kind of think like, is Kakahashi like trying to, per se, give himself the upper hand because Metro Polyman may or may not be more agile, stronger as a god candidate? Obviously, he has way more arrows than, Kakahashi, because Metro Polyman assassinated like 18,000 god candidates. I know I'm being kind of dramatic when I say 18,000, but I mean, the dude is literally like, I think he's killed like three or four god candidates, I think. I'm not sure, but I know there was like 13 at the beginning in total. So after digesting it for maybe like 10 to 20 minutes, I was like, bro, like, I don't know if that's smart for you, because now not only are you both, grounding yourselves and putting yourself at a disadvantage, but you're not allowing yourself to leave either, which was also a part of the terms. Like, they can't run away. They have to either parry it or dodge the arrows when they shoot them. If I was Metro Polyman, I would have never taken that. That's ridiculous. Like, I would have been like, bro, ground who? Nah, bro, I got wings for a reason, bro. You gonna catch this L. Because if you really think about it, man, yes, in previous episodes, Kakahashi did like lose his mind and actually kind of, held his own. He held his own against this guy, or Metro Polyman. And I mean, yes, he had help, but aside from that, the dude was doing great. He was fighting great. Like, it just seemed like it was like second nature to him. In the midst of all this talking, we get like this flashback of Metro Polyman and how he became a god candidate. So he ends up having a sister, and the sister is like 14 years old. And obviously, I think he was, he's still a teenager at the time, because it wasn't too long before he gained powers that this stuff happened. So this stuff didn't happen too far beyond them becoming god candidates. So we see that Metro Polyman has like this weird obsession of things being pure, especially his sister. But there's a scene where they're on like this pillar, and they're like surrounded by like a garden, or what it seems like a whole bunch of flowers and stuff. And she tells him that she has an interest in a boy, and Metro Polyman was not with that, bro. You are way too young. That's not okay. So he grabbed her, trying to explain how that wasn't okay for her to become impure, and she ripped away, and she fell off the pillar and hit her head on the corner of this like stone brick, foundation, and it looked ridiculous when her head hit the back of it. Like, it was like, damn, bro, like her head just went crunch. I thought she was dead. Like, as soon as her head hit the thing, I thought she was dead immediately. He ran down the pillar and went to her, grabbed her, and was like crying, and was like, oh, like, he was doing that whole thing. And he was like, maybe I should call an ambulance. And then he thought to himself, if she dies, she can remain pure. And you know what he did, ladies and gentlemen? He let her ass die. And he immediately regretted it a little bit later, and then he tried to take his own life with a knife, and then that's when the angel showed up. And then we see the backstory on how Metro Polyman becomes a god candidate. Then we come out of the flashback, and then we go back to Metro Polyman and Kakahashi shooting arrows back at one another, talking to one another. And some of the biggest stuff was these guys conversing. The whole time, Metro Polyman was pretty much talking shit, and being arrogant and just being overbearing. He explains what his motives were He explains what he would do as a God candidate, and all of this stuff that he's doing is on live TV. We get some new characters kind of introduced. It seems like we're at like some HQ type area, and there was like these two characters that I've never seen before, and they were asking like the location of where Kakahashi and Metro Polyman were. So I assume they sent somebody there to like obviously put them on live TV. But one of the biggest things is that Metro Polyman basically says on live TV that he's going to kill everyone that is poor. That way they don't take up all the taxes and stuff like that, and it's going to be equality amongst the rich. Which is, yo, that's crazy. Like, that's insane. So this video is basically supposed to be like me touching on some key facts. I'm not gonna go over everything that I wrote down here because I encourage you guys obviously to watch the anime, and I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts. Make sure that you comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe. Also, let me know if you want me to actually cover every single thing. Like, if you want me to cover every single thing that happens in the episode because you just don't want to watch the episode, you just want to watch me narrate these pictures, then just let me know. But before we go, I want to cover one last thing. In the end, Kakahashi asked Metro Polyman, "Are you the real Metro Polyman?" And that apparently confuses everyone. And I'm wondering actually where he's getting at this, because that is like a strange question to ask at the last second. Is he trying to buy time? Is he trying to distract Metro Polyman? Or does he really think that there's a chance that this guy is not Metro Polyman? Like, there's so many avenues in what this guy or Kakahashi could be doing, and it's just kind of really weird to ask that question. I mean, I guess you guys let me know what you think in the comments of what he's trying to do. Well, No Contest Nation, that's all I have for today for this video. Also, before I go, check out the other videos. I'm sure you'll find some value in them as well. I'm your host, Jordan from No Contest. Catch you on the next one.